welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out about your month ahead. I would also like to announce my new tier over on Patreon, which is to basically offer you a personal monthly reading each month. You can find all the details of that below in the description box. This reading is also available as a personal reading on a one-off basis, so all you have to do is email me if you're interested in that. I will also leave the information below in the description box. Anyway, let's get to the reading. I've got two groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Urban Tarot on the left, and Group 2 is the African American Tarot on the right. I've had this deck for ages. I just left it in somebody's house for like the last 7 years, so sorry you've never seen it on my channel before, but I'm hoping that it will be a nice read. So anyway, please feel free to take a moment to choose your group now. You can pause the video if you like. The timestamps will be below in the description box, and you can also find details of my Patreon where we have the personal reading tier, like I said, where you can get this reading. It's a PDF, it's going to be written rather than video. They'll be every month for you personally. And like I said, if you want it as a one-off personal reading, you can email me and my information will also be in the description box. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. Or just to say hello if you're feeling friendly or if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Urban Tarot. You have the Princess of Swords, the Tower, the Devil, the Seven of Wands, the Mage, Ten of Swords, Princess of Cups, Princess of Wands, Ace of Discs, and Four of Wands. So it seems like quite a big month for you. I feel like there's going to be quite a lot to get focused on. Like it feels like there's going to be a lot of stuff going on that is outside of your control but does require your attention, does require your activity, I want to say. Like you seem to be very busy this month. I'm also going to say this at the beginning because I feel like this reading is just going to be kind of one of those readings, but I feel like you're going to be very stressed this month or like the upcoming month, because this reading's for your next month, so however you want to see it. But like starting from now, it feels like, or maybe starting in like a week or so whenever you guys watch this, but it just feels like you're going to be quite stressed and it's going to be quite an active month. Like I just feel like you're going to have to get up and go, you're going to have to keep rushing around. You might not get as much stillness as you sometimes do, or as much as you would like. And I also feel like you might be put on a bit of a platform or a pedestal, or like being put on the spot. This is not for everyone, but for some of you, you might be like attending court, or for some of you, you might be a bit famous, or for some of you, you might be just gaining a lot of followers or gaining a lot of social media attention. This came through in a recent reading, but I'm also seeing some of you might be like investigated by the taxman or investigated for fraud or something like that. That's not for everyone, but I'm just seeing a bit of a worry and an omen coming through. So if you have been involved in anything like that, please be a bit wary and careful. Obviously, it's not for you if you've not done anything like that. It just seems like you might just be put in a position where you have to like stand up for something. Like you might have a kind of thing going on where you feel like something was unfair and maybe you've been treated unfair and you have to stand up for yourself. And this might involve like showing evidence and being able to like back yourself up. You might have to do a lot of reading and a lot of research and a lot of planning and be prepared. And I am seeing like for someone court is coming through, so we'll try and get more about that throughout the reading, bestie. It's just one of those things that is not for everyone, but might be for like a specific bestie in the collective. So I can't tell you if it's going to go well yet. We have to get through the reading, but just for now, just take the note that it might be a stressful month and you seem very capable. You seem strong, you seem willing to take on all the challenges. Like, I'm getting the impression of somebody who is like not willing to give up despite all odds. Like, no matter how difficult things get, no matter how challenging things get, you guys seem like you still ready to take on whatever life throws at you. And you're going to have to this month with the Tower being here. It just feels like it's going to be a challenging month. You're going to be thrown in the deep end, I'm hearing. Like, I don't know if you're starting a new job. I am seeing that quite strongly. We have the Ace of Pentacles here as well. Like, it feels like some of you might be starting a new job or a new way to make money. And again, I'm seeing you being put on the spot, like at the interview stage, or maybe on your first day even. They might be like throwing you different questions. Maybe it's someone like working as like an expenses clerk or like an invoicing clerk or something. It's like I'm seeing you working with a lot of receipts or like paperwork. So you might be finding it very full on. It might be a very, very, very busy job. But if you do start a new job this month, it feels like a very, very, very good salary. Like a bit more than you would expect, like a healthy pay packet. And it feels like it's like enough to fill your desires and your needs. And I feel like this job, if you start a new job, it might be a bit risky. Like, it does feel like quite a risky month. And I feel like some of you have kind of thrown yourself in the deep end with something. It's like you've picked it. Or college. It could be college as well. But just giving the impression of someone who's like throwing themselves in the deep end and demonstrating that ability. Like, you have 3 princesses here, which is very interesting energy. And it's giving me this really nice, I feel like picked up energy. It's like you're picking yourself up is what I'm getting. But it's also coming through like you might have a friend or a partner or somebody else who's like really encouraging you and picking you up. And I feel like maybe a whole collective of people who are maybe fighting for the same thing. Like, with the way the world is right now, the world is quite stressful. And I do feel like maybe people are coming together to revolt or to like fight against unfairness or oppression in some way. So good luck if that's you, and good luck if you're starting a job, and good luck if you're starting college. But yeah, there is this strong like activism energy coming through. And I do feel for some of you, you might be really feeling fired up about something this month because of what's going on around you. Like, you might find things in the world are changing in a way that maybe it's not unfair to you directly, but maybe for others, and you just get really worked up about it and you feel really angry and you feel really upset. So it's like maybe it's not even your personal stress, but maybe it's just like the world is stressful and maybe other people around you are stressed, because I do feel like you might have quite a lot of significant friends and associates and other people with you and other people who you feel compassionate about, I want to say. Like, you care about them. And if something bad is happening to your friends or your partner or your co-workers, I feel like even if it's not for you directly, you're going to feel bad and you're going to want to fight with them and you're going to want to like raise your fists in anger. So yeah, I feel like expect difficulties and expect challenges and expect all kinds of, I want to say, mishaps. I also want to say fuck ups. I don't know if it's your fuck up, but it just seems like certain people might be fucking up this month. And it might be, again, like people in your environment, but you might have to help them. You also might be working as like a legal associate and you might have to like defend them. Like, I'm just seeing this energy of like maybe someone who's like a criminal in your environment, or yeah, like for some of you it could be like you're defending somebody in court. Good luck again if that's you. It feels like quite a difficult case. If you have like a legal case going on, it's coming through again. Like, it feels quite difficult. And I feel like it might be a lot of people, like, I want to say like falsely accused, but also maybe a lot of people involved in a case. Like, what's it called? Like a RICO charges, or I am not sure. I'm not really sure about that. I'm just seeing it's like a bit of a treacherous month, and you personally might want to take a little bit too much risk, I want to say, especially with regards to work. Not really money. I feel like money's calm, but like with work. And also when like responding to challenges this month, I feel like you might be inclined to do things in a bit of a charged up, angry, risky way. And Spirit's advice would be to be more calculated and considerate and kind of like cautious with your action, and think about it in long term, like how things will play out long term. Because I feel like you have a lot of ideas and you are very fired up, but you need to like sit there and calculate how they would go rather than just like jumping ahead with them. And I feel like that's not always the advice, but it just does feel like things are a bit difficult and things are a bit touchy and things are I'm hearing like some of you might have to swim for it. Like you're in the deep end and you're already in the deep end and there's nothing you can do to get out except like swim for it. But even then, you might have to calculate which direction is like getting you to shore quickest, if that makes sense. So it's like, in which direction do you swim for it? And to whom do you call for help if you find some stranger who can help you? Like, would they be the right person to call to? I'm hearing. So it feels like a difficult situation, but I do feel like you do have help and I do feel like there's people who are supportive. But it's just for somebody watching, I do feel like if you are involved in like really, let's say like really wrong things that you shouldn't have been doing and it's like you have a case against you, I am seeing like potential for things to go really wrong. And I'm sorry, bestie, if that's you, but it just feels like you need like a better legal team and you just need like a strong army of people with you and you need to have like cleverer people on your case. I'm seeing, and it feels like you kind of, if that's you, and this is not for everyone, I'm sorry, this is a general reading and it feels like you should come for a personal if this is you, bestie. Like if you do have money, if you still have money, like come for a personal and we'll see what we can do. But what I'm seeing is you may need to get charged up in, again, like a calculated, clever way and not let this get you down, because it feels like you've been letting it get you down and you've been kind of like slumped and like resigned to it. And that applies even if you're not like a criminal or anything, but if your situation is just depressing you and it's stressing you, it feels like you might have been just like resigning yourself to the stress and kind of getting into a state of like, well, fuck it then. Like if it's crap, then it's going to be crap. Or like if I'm in this trouble, then I'm going to get even worse trouble, I'm hearing. Like you're already in trouble, so you're just like doing as much damage as you can. It's like living recklessly energy. It's like someone has gotten into a depressed state where they feel like nothing even matters anyway. But I'm feeling like that energy is meant to make you swim for it. Like you're in the deep end, so don't drown yourself. Just like try and swim for it. And you'd be surprised at like how well you can do, I want to say. Like you'd be really surprised at what you can make happen. If you put in the right effort, it's not like you're fucked. I'm just seeing, based on current circumstances right now, it seems like someone's got into like a funk. And they're in a difficult situation, like a very treacherous situation. And it seems like they are fired up and they are thinking of solutions to problems and trying different things. And it seems like you also do have like different people fighting on your behalf and charged up on your behalf, like people you can call on, people who would support you. But I am seeing a need for more cleverness and like less recklessness. I hope that made sense to you. And in general, whatever your situation is, it feels like more cleverness and less just like, I want to say like throwing your energy at whatever because it's a waste of your energy and then it might make you feel slumped. I'm also not sure if anyone has any bad habits that you've been like trying to give up, but it feels like there might be like clever methods. Like I'm remembering once somebody told me about like hypnosis for like giving up on certain things like smoking. And I feel like for you guys that might be something, and there may be other things like maybe binaural beats or like really good subliminals or other methods rather than you just like charging at the problem, or like say cold turkey without any kind of support, or like nicotine patches even. It just feels like there's like little things you can utilize that are like clever little helpers. That's not for everyone, but that's just for somebody. I'm seeing you might be like quitting something this month that really helps your health, but it just immediately feels like a punishment. Maybe it's like you quit smoking and it feels like, oh, my life is so miserable or something, or you stop drinking coffee and it's like the most miserable you've ever been. But yeah, I feel like there may be certain like herbal medicines or remedies or information you can find out that just really helps you to soothe your cravings or to stop you from feeling angry. And yeah, I feel like for some of you it might be like throwing yourself into work. You might find that work is really helpful to distract you, because I'm again seeing this energy of like a big new job. And I do feel like if you have a new job, again, you'll be thrown in the deep end and it's going to be really difficult immediately. And it feels like you have to like work to impress people. Like you really need to make a good impression this month with your work and do your very best to show off. I'm seeing it's like you have to shine amongst, like if you're trying to interview, you have to shine amongst loads of candidates. And I feel some of you have got into like that self-defeating energy where you feel like, well, I might as well give up because I'm never going to succeed. Like how many other people are there? Like how many other people are brilliant and qualified? But you do need to try harder, I feel like, because you are really brilliant, I'm seeing. And just because there's loads of other brilliant people doesn't mean you won't stand out. I feel like you can stand out. There's something you can do that's very special that the other candidates can't do, I'm hearing. And I just feel like someone needs to kind of maybe tweak their CV or tweak their interview to focus on some of your more interesting skills that other people don't have, that might be really, really more impressive. I hope that makes sense. Like, it just feels like you have something that other people don't have. And maybe you don't know right now because you've got depressed about yourself, and it feels like throughout the month you're going to get a bit more excited. And I am seeing that energy of like rewriting your CV and like writing notes for yourself. Every time you get an idea, writing down a note and then going off and working on them later. And I'm feeling like that will really help you to get out of any depression or feelings of stagnancy. Because there is a sense of stagnancy, but also like everything can change in an instant. And it feels like things are changing and things will change. And things have got this like up and down and back and forth kind of energy this month for you. And I feel like, again, you do have like people who are safe space, but I feel like you also have difficulties going on. Like someone might have difficulties with their health, I'm seeing. I'm not sure if you have a really strong, I'm hearing like an aggressive health problem which is like really stressing you. It could be, it doesn't have to be anything serious, but it could be like indigestion or something mild, but it could also be something really serious that it's like forcing you to do something different with your days or with your life or with the way you take care of yourself. But I'm also seeing strong potential for you to kind of be a bit more defeating of certain health problems. But even though you can try, it feels like you can't quite like shake the chains of it. That would go especially for depression. It's like people who are not feeling great right now in the collective. Like if you do have, I want to say like any mental health stuff going on, it feels like a very challenging month, and I feel you're being very strong and you're being really tough and doing your best. But I do feel like it's going to be difficult to stay on top of everything this month, and you just might have certain moments where you feel really down and down in the dumps. I'm hearing like you just don't feel your best. But yeah, again, I feel like you should lean on your friends a bit more this month, because I feel like you do have some really supportive people and they seem really fun to just chill and hang out with. You might have a romance happening with somebody, and I'm seeing this person might be like alone waiting for you, but they're having a good time. Like this person knows how to enjoy themselves alone, and you might be worried that they're off cheating or doing something like really fun with other people, but it's like they have loads of hobbies I'm seeing, and they're really excited about their hobbies. It might be creative hobbies, like they might be really into fashion or really into sports or really into music. I'm hearing like music technology and computers. Like this person has a lot of interests, even yeah, like fashion magazines and reading up on things. And they live alone, I'm hearing, and they like their own space. So you might be really concerned that this person's off with other people doing God knows what, but I do feel like they're kind of chilling on their own and just like killing it at work, I'm hearing, and enjoying 1 or 2 glasses of wine or something when they get home. It's like they have a little chill out routine that they do. And I feel like for you guys as well, that's you. It's like you're very similar, and you might be so busy with work that maybe you and your partner don't spend too much time with each other, but you do speak frequently to encourage each other. Like I'm seeing a very encouraging energy. There's also potential for breakups this month. And I feel like if you do become single, you're going to be really happy on your own. Like it's going to be you just like chilling on your own and killing it at work, and like not really noticing that you haven't seen anyone for like 4 days or for the whole month. It just feels like there's like revolutionary change happening in the air for the collective watching this group. And I feel like there's a lot of people in it together. There's a lot of people who want the same change. There's a lot of people on the same vibration as you. And I want to say there's a lot of people going through the same like trials and tribulations as you. I'm feeling the same like down in the dumps energy as you, and like having the same struggles, like the same mental health problems, the same addictions, I want to say, the same crying that they do regularly. It feels like there's a lot of people who are in the deep. And I want to say like financial problems and stuff as well. And it feels like there is help available, but you might be overlooking it. And I'm hearing for someone you might be too proud to ask for help. But for more of you, I feel like you're so able to do it yourself that it's kind of making more sense for you to not even bother asking for help. It's like you're inspired. And if anything, it's more like you and everyone else involved are like in it together. So it's like you have a whole support team and you don't really need to ask for anyone else's help. It feels like you have enough support already without asking for more. So it's like you're kind of just like swimming in the deep end on your own and trying to do everything that you can to make sure that you're able to get to where you want to go. And I'm hearing fix the things that you need to fix. Like, does someone need to do some DIY around the house or something? That's coming through. Like, I'm not sure if something's breaking, or you might find that, yeah, you might have to fix something. I'm not sure what it is, but it just feels like maybe something drops. Like, does someone drop their phone or their hard drive or their keys, and like your keys break and you need like a new keychain? It's just like small things that might go wrong and you have to fix it. But I feel you'll be very determined and focused. And again, I'm just seeing this energy of like collective and lots of people who are having the same situation going on, or shared worries, or shared communication, or shared solutions. And it feels like a lot of people coming together to celebrate something at some point. I'm not sure if there's a birthday this month or some kind of other celebration that you're going to. It could be like a friend's graduation, or some of you could be like starting university. Maybe it's not a job, again, like a school has already come through. So I feel like, yeah, if you're starting school, it seems like it's going to go really well for you. I'm seeing you're really impressive. So if you're starting school, you might find that other people really want to talk to you very quickly. And they really find that you're like doing better than them, I see. Also at work, it feels like you're standing out amongst colleagues. So even if you're not trying to get a new job, I just feel like there's something you're doing that's standing out. But yeah, I'm seeing potential for you to be taking risks with regards to your work. And also rushing, like there might be a sense of maybe like coming a bit too close to deadlines before you submit your work or something like that, or trying to fit too much in your day and managing it but only just, and then maybe being late for some of the projects. But I feel like you're making a good impression and people are liking what they see from you. And people are liking your performance. It seems like your performance is outstanding right now. So I feel like this is a very good energy, and I do see there's a lot of potential for new money to come in this month. And for more security and stability, I feel like you're holding up your... I want to say you're holding up your fort. Like you're managing to take care of your home. You're managing to get the money you need. You're managing to stay on top of your budget, and I'm hearing stay on top of your daily routine, although you might not feel like it sometimes, and do it begrudgingly. But it still feels like you're doing very well. It feels like you're doing excellently, even if you do have some problems going on. I just feel like you're very able to overcome the problems, but it seems like it's going to be a stressful month nonetheless. And I don't want to give you false hope that it's just going to be like an easy peasy piece of cake month. Because it's definitely going to be a struggle, and it's definitely going to be difficult, and it's going to be stressful. But I just want you guys to know that it's going to be stressful for a lot of people. And not just like the people watching this reading, but I feel like for a lot of people in the world right now. So yeah, a lot of these events and stresses are really external to you, and it's nothing to do with you personally. But for some of you, there are really direct personal things that you have to deal with. And you may be just like unimpressed with everything in general at times. And I feel like you have to work to get out of that to feel more inspired and hopeful and like on the same wavelength as other people, and yeah, more in tune with what you want. I feel like more in tune with your overall desires, because I feel like you can make magic happen, but you have to be in that right vibe. And if you're not in the right vibe, then you can sink just as quickly as you could like swim yourself to safety. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope that helped. And if it didn't, then please come for a personal, because I feel like we can go a lot deeper for you. The information will be in the description box. And like I said, you can come to Patreon where you can get a monthly one. And there'll be a very big discount, and you also get all the free Patreon content, which includes monthly zodiac readings, channeled pick a card readings, collective readings, and whatever we come up with in future to do over there. You're also very welcome to make suggestions if you join the Patreon community. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Check out the other content on my channel if you're new here. I make a lot of videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the African American Tarot. Your cards are the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Moon, the Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I shuffled this deck really well, but we're getting all the cups apparently. The Wheel, the Hermit, and the Two of Cups. So a really interesting energy. It feels immediately to me like it's quite a big month for you, but I feel like there's a lot of waiting around to be done, and you might just find at certain times you get a bit bored. Like I'm just seeing this like stagnancy and sense of feeling a bit stuck with waiting for things to happen. And I feel like for you guys, you're very focused and like motivated on making things happen, and you're like sitting around and thinking about what you want to do and how you're going to do what you were thinking about doing. But the actual physical reality might be a bit stale, and you might find that you're just kind of waiting patiently for things to get moving forwards. But I do feel like there's very, very, very good energy for love, and there's very, very, very good energy for relationships in general. So like for friendships and business relationships, networking, everything. But I also feel like there may be some people who need to be left behind. I feel like there's some energy that's kind of like making you feel a bit stuck, I want to say, with the Eight of Cups here. It feels like there's something that's kind of making you have to linger, I want to say, like maybe a sense of missing the past or hanging on to things from the past that need to be let go of. You might find that it's good to do a bit of clearing out this month. You might want to rid yourself energetically of things that might be clinging to you from the past so that you can move forwards, because I feel like there is this sense of being asked to wait around for things to move forwards by spirit. And that might be for you to get rid of stuff. That might be for you to clear out. That might be for you to get more fired up about it, I'm hearing, and to make more plans. But it feels like very good energy from you. I feel you're very strong. You have this very powerful energy coming from you, and I feel like most people are not going to... I'm hearing most people are not going to hear much or see much from you this month, even though you're very focused on relationships and you have some very important relationships developing, particularly romance, I want to say. But yeah, I'm just getting this sense of you wanted to work in silence and plan in silence and not tell anybody and not see anybody and not let anyone see you sweat and not let anyone see you work. But you're very focused on people, and I feel like there is that kind of like this sad feeling about the fact that you're maybe not getting close to people, even though you've kind of decided it for yourself. Like it doesn't feel like longing for other people, but more like you're excited for the moment when you come back out there ready. When you've like made your changes and got rid of what you want to get rid of and given yourself like a look change or an overhaul, when you've made yourself feel like glossy and I'm hearing glamorous and your best self. And it feels like right now you're maybe longing and waiting and wishing for things, and you feel like you're not ready and you feel like you're not complete. I'm hearing like there is this sense of longing, and I'm seeing this anxiety and insecurity coming from you where you're maybe comparing yourself to others, or not even comparing yourself to others, but like comparing yourself to yourself, but like by where you want to be. So it's like not others, but like another version of you. And I don't know if it's past you for some of you. Like for some of you, I feel like you might think your best days are behind you, and I feel like it's not true, but you just might be feeling that, and you might be wanting to put in some work and some energy. And I'm hearing like hours at the gym and days at the gym to get your body back to like how it was when you were 19. Or to like get in the jeans you used to wear or something like this. It's like you want to be better than old you, and you want to be better than anyone else around you. But more importantly, it's like you're comparing yourself to like what you want in the future for you. And you feel annoyed with yourself because you're not there yet. And it's like you just want to get there quicker. But you feel like you have to still stay stuck on the past. And I feel like that is for a reason. It's not just like an annoyance or an embarrassment from spirit to you. It's not intended like that. It's more intended to... One is to get you a bit more fired up about things that you want, so that you have to long for them for longer, I'm hearing. It's like the longer that you long or wish for it, the more satisfying it will feel when you get it. And it's like if you could just get what you want instantly, would that feel very satisfying? It might not feel as satisfying as something that you've worked for, or something that you've wished for ages, or something that felt like a bit too good, or a bit too expensive, I'm hearing, or like a bit too far away for you to touch. It's like that energy of someone who's like perfect for you, but maybe they live a little distance away and you don't get to see them all the time and you miss them and you long for them and you're like fantasizing about them and no one else will do. And you just have to like put in the energy to like walk the distance to them. Like it's very sweet. It's like all you have to do is just like walk to them and you're feeling fired up, but only in certain moods and certain occasions. And I'm hearing like for someone certain outfits, like you're thinking about you're self-conscious and you're thinking about how you look and how you present to people. And I'm hearing for somebody it's like you don't really care as much as you sometimes do. It's like sometimes you care and sometimes you don't care. Like sometimes you just throw on like a big baggy tee and sweatpants and you don't really care who sees you. But then there's other times when you just really feel like it's like super important and like it matters. And I'm feeling like for the days when it matters, maybe it does matter. Like you never know, you might go out and meet someone who's like really good looking that day. Or your partner might just phone you or something and like offer to hang out. So it feels like it's kind of important to like trust your instincts on things like that. But yeah, I'm seeing this sense of somebody who's like really in a kind of like bad mood about how they've become or how they could be, like the potential them. Like they're mad at how good the potential is and like they don't match up to it and they want to like fight to get there. And I do feel like it's gym. It's like you're going gym and you're inspired, but then you might have other habits that you do, like maybe drinking or I'm hearing smoking, like smoking cannabis or pot and it like makes you slow, or eating McDonald's or something like that and it's like your calorie intake is higher than like what you're burning off at the gym. So it's like you're wanting to meet your goals and you're really fired up, but maybe you can't quite get there because you're being slowed down by like alcohol and like alcohol is very high in calories. So you guys might be just like balanced out and you're putting in all this effort. You're putting in all this energy to like try and burn off the food that you put in. So it's making you tired, but it just doesn't have any result because of like you're not thinking of the other side of it. So it's like you're thinking about gym, but you're not thinking about like the spare tire might be from drinking instead of not doing exercise. And I'm sorry to say that, but I just feel like for you guys, you're kind of thinking about all that right now. And like for somebody, I feel like you have somebody you like you really like them. Maybe you even love them and you fantasize about them, but they seem like a fantasy to you right now until you work on yourself. And I feel like for some of you, this person actually might like you more than you think. But for you right now, it feels like spirit wants you to just like sit and fantasize about them, to see how much you really do want them and to get yourself inspired and to get yourself excited. And it's like maybe you do want to like alter your appearance a bit. And it's not a bad thing. It's like it feels like healthy. Like maybe you do want to quit drinking. Maybe you want to like try and eat a bit better. Maybe you do want to like go swimming or go to the gym. It's not anything unhealthy. It's not toxic for you personally. It just feels like it's for you because of like a particular love or a particular attraction or a particular desire. Like maybe you want to make more friends and you feel like if you were not having some maybe certain unhealthy habits, or if you didn't have anxiety, I'm hearing, or if you didn't have this or if you didn't have that. And for some of you, I feel like you're kind of depriving yourself of some of the connections you could have, because it feels like for most of you, you're like very ready for people to love you and very caring and very giving of love and really admired by people. I feel like a lot of people do really love you and would like to spend time with you. It's like they have to cross an emotional river to get to you, or you have to cross it to get to them. And it feels like you guys are a bit unwilling to let your emotional guard down and to like share your feelings and to jump straight in right now. So you're kind of waiting for other people to come to you. But I feel like you're not leaving any space for them right now intentionally because you're kind of like protecting yourself until you're quote unquote like good enough in your eyes. And it's not coming from me in spirit, but it's more like for your own ideas about yourself. It's like you need to feel as good as this person will think you are. If that makes sense, it's like you need to feel confident and not like your best days are behind you or your best days are ahead of you by like 5-10 years. You need to feel like you're on your way there and you're good enough, I'm hearing. Because it feels like you are really caring, and I feel like there is the particular person who really cares about you, who you're coming together with, but it's like there's emotional distance and there's like maybe physical distance. And maybe troubles in between you, like just difficult day-to-day setbacks that you have to deal with. And I'm getting the impression that it's like maybe you're all fired up to see this person in the morning or to see your friends or to work on a specific project. But like by the end of the day, maybe you feel like stagnant and tired and drained. Some of you might be empaths and you're getting drained by other people's energy. And you might want to try and do things a bit more like covered, like maybe by night, or maybe you want to like physically cover up to try and avoid other people's energy from like getting to you so much. You might want to like hide out a bit because it feels like you're very drained. And for some of you, this could be food and drink and maybe just like certain things that you do. Like I'm hearing maybe you spend too much time like lying down or sitting down. You might need to go for more walks throughout the day to feel more energized. And like maybe, yeah, like maybe by the time there's like an opportunity to meet up with your friend or meet up with a partner or something, you feel too tired. That's really strongly coming through. And yeah, I'm seeing food and drink. Like there might be certain things that you eat and drink that are like difficult for you to digest, that make you feel like you need a break or you need a rest. And I'm hearing maybe more water would be good. I know it's really basic, obvious advice, but it's just coming through in the reading. But anyway, to move on to work and finances a bit, it feels like there's something very important to focus on, and it feels like you are kind of alone. Some of you might be self-employed, and I feel like you're having a lot of luck with your work and having a lot of luck with your money, but you're just like on your own, and it's all on you, and it's all up to you. And I feel like you're getting some kind of luck or like good energy or like a lucky break with regards to your work this month. Like I'm kind of getting the impression you're in the right spot at the right moment. It's like you just happen to be in the right place at the right time, or like your business is like situated on the right street at the right day at the right moment, if that makes sense to you. It's like I don't know what you're doing, what your particular business is, if you're like a self-employed person, but it feels like people will notice you this month. Like you're in the right situation, you're doing exactly the right thing, and it's like drawing people to you. It's like a particular thing that you're doing that's attracting attention. And it might not be all of your business, but it might just be a specific area. Like say if you have like a whole range of products that you offer, it might just be one, but it's like loads of people want that one, and you end up quite tired but also feeling like it's a big win for you. Like I feel like it's a big success for you with your work and with your business this month. Financially, it might be a bit, I'm hearing like not as easy as you would imagine. Like maybe you do get a lot of new customers, but maybe the money is not, like the takings are maybe not as good as you would want them to be. Like it feels like you're in a good position, but maybe it's not as easy as you would like. But I feel like there's a lot of potential still. It's like you're in a potential position. And it's maybe a case of you have a lot of work, but it's like work for the future. And you still have to wait and you still have to get by with what you already have until the next lot of money comes in. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So it's like you have money maybe that you know is on the way, but it's not coming right now. And it feels like you're still very busy. You still have to keep doing the work, even if maybe the payment takes a long time to come. And some of you might be like chasing up people who need to pay you for work you've done previously. Or maybe you do the work and people don't pay as quickly as you've done the work. And I'm seeing that you're able to make a very good impression on people, like clients, in a way where if you just ask nicely, I feel like they're more likely to respond nicely and come through with the money for you. But yeah, I feel like you're in a very good position, and I feel like you can aim towards more of what you want this month. But I also feel like you're going to want to protect it a little bit. It's kind of like the energy of you wishing for it and you planning for it, but maybe doing less physically towards getting it than you might later. That goes for most things except work. Like I feel like work, you're already going for what you want and you're already taking action to get it. But with finances and with love and with everything else, you might be more like trying to make plans for it and trying to really, I know this is going to sound weird, but like dream it so much that it's like so obvious to you that that's exactly what you want, and there's no like second guessing. There's no question. There's no like, do I really want that, or do I actually want this instead? It's like you need to be alone and without the thing that you want long enough to make sure that actually, yes, you definitely want that. you're really fixed on it and nothing else will do. It's like you're not going to take no for an answer. So I hope that made sense for you and I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you would like a personal, please check out the information below. You'll get a big discount on this reading on Patreon if you book with me. But you can also book just as like a one-off if you would like to get in touch. Just please feel free to email me. My information will be down in the description box. On Patreon, you'll also get access to all the pick a card readings, channel pick a card readings, monthly zodiac readings, and collective readings. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.